I have a broken family with her, so she's living with her father, and because he's like the Disneyland dad, and and I had to start over, and I didn't. There's a lot of stuff there. She would have been happier just living with him because I had to start from the bottom up, and so and he has a lot of guilt of the situation, so she gets pretty spoiled, and they're allowed to be on the internet. They started very young, and I am a gamer. I know what's on the other side of that screen sometimes, And she didn't know how to balance, and she wanted to fight with me when she's visiting here, and uh, it kind of left a bad taste in her mouth, as it would any kid that gets scolded by their mom and like humbles their ass, and that's what I do, and and I don't mean to be brutal, but that's what happens. So when you're 15, well, she was like 11 at the time, and I'm like, hey, look, there's scary people online. Yeah, yeah, and her other family isn't really a gamer, especially her dad. It was one of our arguments. Uh, like we had nothing in common, and and the stepmom like plays like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, and not that I'm trashing that, but like that's not online gaming. And so when I'm talking to my daughter about online gaming, I'm like, dude, you have to be careful. To her, I sound like Charlie Brown's teacher, and just I and she explained it to me once. She told me, it just sounds like you're constantly uh, not happy with me or something because I bring this stuff up, and it's like, no, 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 I want to game with you even, like, but I'm your mother. There's bad people out there, but this is what happens with divorce and stuff. I can't really control that shit, but to her she's still trying to figure me out, even because of the time between COVID fucked that up too. Like I had to move far away for a job, and I wanted out of that state and away from that small town. And then COVID happened right then and there, and I didn't expect that time to be in between. And it kind of damaged it. And then my house caught on fire. This exact house, this exact corner. That window is not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be a picture window. And so it was like 6 months of nomading with our really, I mean, you'd think that it's a devastating moment, but honestly, in that devastating moment, we found so much love. And so we nomaded, and people fought for us to live in their house, and like super like grateful. And that was though even more time, and even though it was such a like it showed a lot of love in that time, and tell me if I'm talking too much. Uh, but even though there was a lot of love in that time, a lot of the oh my god, what's happening to our lives between COVID and a house catching on fire, it was like I'm a number. I numbed that shit, and then I came home, and we finally made it here, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't, like everything wanted to unpack it all at once, and I was already trying to work on myself to be a better person because I was dealing with another issue. These stream bots really suck, and I don't know how to remove this guy. Uh, but in that time, let's get to the point of the story. She kind of lost a lot of respect for me, I think, and at the same time, she was growing into a teenager. So I get it, and I wanted to take shit personally because I'm like, look, I worked so hard to be who I am because I wasn't allowed to be who I was for the longest time. I'm like I keep saying, recovering people pleaser. And oh, that's pretty. And I also realized I was trying to please her too, and I can't do that. Ooh, what is that? So if anybody's new here, we kind of like fucked my title, and now we're just exploring for the last hour. Oh, I got one of those, but not that. I got more of that. So yeah, she lost a bit of respect for me. So when I dress like the way I do, she doesn't give shit. But I'm also not looking for fucking attention either. So literally, I wear black because it's my color. So I think she pays more attention to the tattoos. Maybe, I think so. And I'm stepping back because she's literally allowed, despite living with her father and how much her father cut off who I was because he didn't like it, him being a workaholic and the stepmom kind of like stepping back, which there's a bad thing to those, both of those things. She is allowed to be herself. A lot of it I disagree, but I do my best to, as a parent, give her brutal honesty and tell her, look, I know you hate that I say this shit because you can't deny it that it's not true, and I can tell when I'm hitting spots on her that yeah, I know exactly who she is. She's my kid. Uh she doesn't like it, and luckily I have decent friends that are wise. Thank God for fellow, even if your circle is fucking small, it's almost easier. I used to have I could count 35 because 35 friends that would come yearly to my traditional Christmas party. Once I got a divorce, they dropped my fucking ass. So, and then when I realized that, I was like, God, it's not like I can be mad because half of it was just trying to make friends with my friends, like wives, and that doesn't work out well. I, I, it's almost like any relationship, any real relationship. It's when it's easy and you can be deep, then it's a good thing. Like when the person like it wasn't until I met friends like that that I understood what unconditional love was. So yeah, emotional damage. I don't have that sound bit. But yeah, what are these slugs? Hey, I see you. Don't you think you can jump on the ladder and get the cat food? Because that's not what I put that ladder there for. But yeah, maybe one of these days I'll just slap on some makeup, or it'll be the day like I have to go somewhere, and that's probably about it. Or I did tell low initiative, who did the fashion show yesterday. I said if it gets to be a bigger channel, I'll do a fashion show. Friday fashion shows. Probably not often because people get tired of doing them, but once a month, and perhaps I'll dress up. I do have some of my other clothes. I used to dye my hair. I had my hair bleached on the bottom, so I could dye it any color. But then, what was it, COVID? It was during COVID. We didn't go anywhere, and it washed out like so quick. I was like, I don't feel like dyeing my hair every time I want to go somewhere. Finally. Oh no, there's a mastery point. We should go do it.
Come back to me.
On the other hand, my middle daughter, who's going to be actually today, she's going to be 12. She's as brutal as I am. She likes all that. Okay, bear with me. How do you say it? Kawaii? 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 Kawii? An anime and all that stuff, but she has like my brutality. Just blunt. Cynical. Yeah, like the really cute stuff. Like the cute stuff. She's my little squishy, whatever that word is. But she's cynical as shit, and so I have to like tell her, it's good to be aware. It's good to question all things. But don't think just because so many fuckers are... Well, she's a girl, come on now. But just because there's a couple of bad apples... Yeah, well, it sucks because the divorce happened when she was younger than my youngest, about 4 years old. And I didn't know at that time because I was suicidal as shit. And I'm an open book. I'm not ashamed of these things. So if it gets dark and I'm just like casual about it, dark humor is how you survive shit. So, don't worry, everything's good. I mean, I have my bad days, but it's not like it was. But so I didn't know like 4 years old is a shit time. I mean, any time your family breaks is a hard time. And she even opened up to me last time I talked to her in person and was like, I think I want to go to therapy because I'm trying to tell her it's okay. Like, it's okay to do these things. Okay. We are doing mastery point at the same time I'm talking. So I think that life wreckage has made her this way. And when I was growing up, I had to grow up like really fucking fast, where all that inner child stuff did not grow up, so that leaves you immature in a lot of ways, even though you feel like you're an adult because you had to be an adult. It makes you stop maturing in other ways, and that's why you hold on to resentment and shit like that. And I think she's kind of going through that. So try to talk to her about it, and she did admit that it might be a good thing to talk. I was like, look, you're gonna probably have to talk about me, because isn't that... It's like everybody has mama issues, everybody has daddy issues, and like, but what are you gonna do? Are you gonna fix it yourself? You can't fix them, but you can fix yourself. And so I try to promote that with them and try to be honest. Like, look, you might be mad one day. Might not think it now, but it happens. This is an illusion, isn't it? My oldest did, but my youngest did not. I don't think, because I didn't have custody over her, he said I couldn't, and I didn't want to take him to court, which people think is crazy, but I keep my fucking word. So, and at one time he was a friend. So, I just don't think he thought it was that serious. I don't think, and she was getting a lot of love from the new lady stepmom. So he probably thought she was just fine, but I don't think so. And I always knew that. My Annie is her name. She's always been observant. Oh, you mean the roller beetle I'm trying to get? Alright, so screw this. Go back to the camp. I started this long story about goth clothes that you wanted to talk about. Blaming this one on you. It's always my fault. Who the hell are we supposed to look for again? I know what he looks like. Yeah, Annie's always been my very thinks a lot.
Don't tell me they sent you to help.
And I honestly, because of the distance we have and what happened between the past 5 years of is this okay?
Nice to see you.
Nope. Between that time, I think there was a lack of trust. Like, Mom went, and that does damage. So I get it. If they can't trust me. We have our moments, though. With my oldest, we had a falling out. But I'm sort of mending. Not really. She doesn't trust me. She also is the fixer, though. She wants to fix things.
Don't tell me they sent you to help.
But also, I don't get along with her family, so she kind of hears whatever they want to tell her.
Reports of creatures driven insane by ley energy are coming from all over.
I get along with the dad fine. But not the mother-in-law. Which is kind of a reoccurring thing. And never again. I'm never doing this again. Trying to... What did I do with that one? Here we go. No, that's a different one. Did I close out? Oh, here we go. I put it over here. Okay. They don't tell you exactly where he's at. Allied encampment. I need to go back. But if I'm focused on style at all, it's just I need more tattoos. I don't care. It goes well with my black clothes. Doesn't mean I'm a goth. Alright, I am looking for Hero Istan. Well, here's one. This is an old one. This is a best friend tattoo. It's 2 feathers. She has an owl on her back with missing feathers. And then these are the easy ones. I should have, when I was working, I got... How do I do this? That's a raven. Yeah, that's a raven, and those roses used to be colored, and not till last year did I was like, no, I want black and white tattoos. Because, again, the black, it matches. How? How what? And then, like, this is for my girls. It's a cameo, traditional style. This one I didn't black out because even my husband was like, I don't think I could, don't do that. Yeah, yeah. very much so.
Sounds great to me.
And then my filler is like I want it natural looking, like what's the word? I really like the smoky tattoos. Well, they also have creams too. You can cheat. Once I got this done with by itself, I was like, I have enough tattoos that I'm going to use numbing cream. I don't care. I'm not here to get tattooed to be like this is how tough I am. I'm getting tattooed because this I have a lot of body conscience problems. Um I don't know how to explain it. Well, that could be a thing too. Some people they'll get tattoos and then their body just reacts like poorly, but mine do all right. This one's from an apprentice. I was trying to be a tattoo artist, but it didn't work out. COVID really screwed it up, and I was networking and going to apprentices to try to apprentice, even if it was a late age, and it just didn't work out. And then I decided I don't even want to touch people. It's just like being a massage person. I don't understand how they touch like people. Like you don't get to choose who you get to touch. So, but yeah, got the elbow. So that's peonies, smoke, vapors, and it goes all the way up to a shoulder piece, and then yeah, and then I'm a scapegoat like for life. So this is my scapegoat, space goat. Not really. And then this, I did study. I'm to get it clear now, so you don't freak out, because I don't know how people feel online. I'm like a mystic, and but I studied Christianity and the Bible for a good 5-6 years, and one of my favorite. I mean, it's good stuff. It's ancient literature, but it's to me no different than any other ancient literature, like the Norse and Taoism and stuff. So I got one of the verses here, and it's the one that's about. No, it's written in Old English, so bear with me. There's nothing hidden that will not be found. There is. There. It's upside down. There's nothing that will not. I can't read it. It's Luke like 28:27. That's all I know. There's nothing that will not be known. So it's like my scapegoat, and then like the fucking answers you'll see, because that's how life works. That's been my life. I get scapegoated my whole entire life. I don't say anything because people will show their true colors, and it happens. So, and then I got some back tattoos from my younger 20s that are quite embarrassing, and my first tattoo, which is also kind of embarrassing. Yeah, if you're ever going to get one, make sure this. I need more tattoos, but I cherish the time to think about the tattoo. And that's why I don't care if they're permanent, because, again, I have body issues. When I get this, I feel like I'm complete. Like when somebody puts an arm back on after they lost the arm. That's what a tattoo is for me. I don't ever have to worry about that body part looking some sort of way, because now forever it will only look some sort of way. So there is like some little fucked up psychology in there too. All right. I'm never gonna find this guy, you know. Because they just keep talking about his whole freaking story, life story here. Okay. But, yeah. So. And I typically get a tattoo after something drastic happens in my life, so. I'd like to change that. Because now it feels like just like I'm setting myself up for some pain, but not the pain that. So I myself am an artist, but I like to like how do you get your tattoos drawn? How you come up with the art? Oh. Well, I come up with the idea. Like I know what I want. And you can go to not that I steal shit from Pinterest, but that's how you can like think. Like there are styles of tattoos. Like say traditional, black ink. Black work is my favorite. Like I was going to black out my entire arm. But I really like flower tattoos and I really like any kind of scripture tattoo, any kind of saying or whatever that is, I guess you still call scripture. And I like black and I like natural shit, like my house decor. It's like neutral as shit, but it's got texture, and I like that in art as well. So I thought I like to find an artist in town. Anybody showing up this last hour, I'm just bullshitting, so don't mind me. So I like to find an artist in town, network, and find one that it's almost like finding a hairstylist or a therapist. It's kind of like both, actually. You make a bond with them and you get to know them. And you have social media now. You can actually just go online to your town's hashtag or something, or tattoo town name, or tattoo artist town name or something. And you can look at people's portfolio online, so you can see who does the work you like the most. And my guy does like everything. He's like me, because as an artist, I can pick up anything, do it, but I can't freaking hone in on one. And I finally am. I'm finally over that shit. And that literally just happened. And that's only because of my other side hobby is the muse of that. And it happens to look best in that. Unless I do some oil painting, which I haven't touched yet. So that's the only one thing I haven't. But so you go to your tattoo artist that you've chosen and you've bonded with and you talk with, and you it's like a hairdresser. You just have to trust that person, but you have to give them a chance to show that you can, because a lot of people don't do that, and a lot of people don't have to. Is just walk-in appointments. But when you want an artist and you want like a full body, I like to, if I get more tattoos, which I will, I like uniformity. So I want the same artist to do the rest of my work so it looks uniform. Because I got like OCD? I don't know. Or you can just freeball it and walk in. And then you just basically, I always say the best way is just let them draw something for you. This guy's awesome. Where is this guy? Uh, but yeah, you can either walk in, but you get what you pay for. Always remember that. This isn't that big of a camp. You'd think I'd run into this guy. Oh, you know what? Is there a heart guy? Maybe that's a heart guy. Because that wasn't the roller. That's a torch bearer. Oh, crap. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm that cool anyway. Half the time, like when I was working again after my divorce,
Commander, I'm on the verge of something incredible. I need your help.
I kept
This could change
getting
everything.
people kept calling me vegan. And I was like, the fuck? Like I'd give up a burger. I kind of have to sometimes at this age, but like I would do that. Aha! No, who are we looking for? It's Stan, right? Yeah, wrong outfit. Wrong outfits. If anybody knows or wants to shout out where to find the roller beater dude,
Commander,
beater,
I'm on the verge
beetle.
of something incredible. I need your help. This could
Shh.
change